Hello and welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and I got carried away with that music all the time. You saw that I now included a tiny window so you can see me vibing to that music because, well, it's so nice. We had that music has grown on us, We are live right now through YouTube, the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel, on X, Kinesics, and on Rumble, the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel. Make sure to follow me on all three platforms just in case something happens. And after this show ends, after every single show, I upload the complete show to Spotify. You can enjoy it on Spotify just about 20 or 30 minutes after the show ends, and more or less 1 hour afterwards in every podcasting platform: Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, every podcast platform in the world. Let me see if everything is going to fine in. Okay, it's going fine in Rumble as well. We're live. Gonna pop up my amazing dashboard just to be in place, on top of everything. We got a great show today. Yesterday was the best show ever. It's gonna be hard to top yesterday's show. I had a lot of fun, a lot of topics. You were so engaged, all of you. I'm trying to keep an eye. I will try to keep an eye on your comments no matter in which platform you're in. I can only highlight those comments from X and YouTube. Rumble, not so much, but something beauty, and Rumble, thank you for showing up. Oh my God, I already got questions about it. What do you think about the new Haracle Photoshop Christmas card with red? Oh my God, with the kids. We're gonna talk about that Christmas card. Let's. I'm going to review some of the topics that we will be covering today. We'll be covering today in today's show. Most important is Trump's press conference. That would be a very important one. We're gonna be talking about Trudeau as well. A couple memes. We got confirmation that there is something radioactive in New Jersey. Something radioactive, and it was not cows farting. No. We're gonna be talking about Brad Cooper and her copycat. This is something strange. I just did it to, like, from a body language perspective, I want to mention it. And yes, we're gonna take a good look at that picture on the Christmas card of the Haracles. All that and much more on today's show. What else do we have? All right. I got a couple more things, but let's begin. Let's start. I already see your comments. Jesus Nation is kicking off right now. Your Jesus Nation, my body language buddies, and just make sure that everything is ready so we can begin with today's show. And we begin today's show with a bit of fashion. And maybe not the kind of fashion that you're thinking. And we're going to be starting with this fashion, which I don't know if... Is that a trash bag? I'm absolutely sure. I don't want to take a look at the dance. There was a question. What was that dance called? What is the name of that dance? No, is a trash bag what caught my attention. This is absolutely, that those oversized trash bags that are so handy when you're doing stuff around the house. And Christmas time, when you're doing the stuff around the house, you have to clean, you have to put the tree, you have to do so many things, and those huge black trash bags. The dress. I'm talking about the dress, but I just see a trash bag. I'm not complaining because that is nice for the environment. Because you can recycle your trash bags in this way. We just need the plants. There must be some kind of a YouTube video or YouTube tutorial so you can make a dress out of this huge trash backs. Great for doing yard work, says CW. I agree with you. But, well, we get that. And something that is great is when you have a lot of self-esteem, and this little lady is something that we should strive for, having the self-esteem of this little lady. Fox News shared, very proud of myself, 4-year-old stunts Christmas show crowd with a nod to her own performance and a special message to the critics in her class. Let's watch this.
I am very proud of myself and all of my other friends inside my class. And my class is really sweet, except one little boy.
Oh, that little boy. That one little boy. What did that little boy do?
And I need to tell you.
All right, that was the right call. That's okay. Everybody, I'm sure that everybody in her class knows who is the little boy. That was so cute. That is the kind of vibe we need in our lives. We need that kind of vibe in our lives. I know how to do. I know my stuff. I did it. I know my stuff. And well, a big vibe for me. We need this kind of vibes. And there's one thing. There's one vibe. This is a joke. You're about to see a joke. I need to put some kind of a disclaimer in here. In the following piece, and I need to, because I know that some of you sometimes get confused with the whole AI stuff, and I don't want you to get confused with the whole AI stuff. I want to make sure that you understand that this is AI. By doing this, I'm going to go my basic titles, something that I should have done. This is artificial. This is artificial intelligence. I should have done this before I started the show, but you know what it is. As I'm doing all kind of crazy things by the last minute. We're gonna see something that is not real. Yeah, this is not real. This is made by AI. But just in case, I'm going to put this disclaimer in here. If you find the settings, I can. This is cropping. Why is it cropping? Well, I'm going to do this. How do I change this? Oh, this is AI. Okay, this is AI. It's shorter, better, faster, stronger, everything. So you know that what you're about to hear, I don't want any complaints. Oh, this is AI. That's not real. That is not happening. No, you already know that this is gonna AI. No matter if you're watching or if you are listening as a podcast, this is going to be shot. Thanks to Danny Polishuk, Danny Jokes on X for making this kind of stuff. But I needed to show you this because I had a good laugh. I had a good laugh.
Part of why I'm here.
So fun. Let me pump the volume up. Maybe the volume should be up in this part.
No, it's true. You see, my father was the prime minister during the 1970s, and my mom wasn't a huge fan of his similar. I mean, people in Canada really hate me. I'd be surprised if my approval rating was over 20% at this point.
So what's next for you? There's an election in Canada coming up next year, right?
They're trying to call one sooner, as again, people really hate me from coast to coast. My plan is to delay until next year and then get absolutely smoked in the election and then focus on my true passion of doing various types of brown and blackface. I really want to explore the medium.
Dictator Justin Trudeau, everyone. We'll be right back after the break with the guy.
That's it. This is why I needed to put the disclaimer right on top. This is AI. This is something that we needed. This is getting that good. This is getting this level of good. And well, now we have something that it is not AI also with Trudeau. Before we get into the actual content of today's show, Trudeau just got just got confronted and called out by a fed-up citizen on live TV. Let's watch this. Let's watch. One guy that many are hailing as a hero is the, this Luigi Mangione, and to the point that people are getting tattoos of him, like the real deal. Like, this has become something crazy, and all the concepts, all the think of the bullets and the words and all that stuff. It is a bit concerning how people become enamored of a figure. It's like cult of personality, and we don't even have a personality. We have barely heard him talk. Oh, he did this on the street and people are celebrating him. This is just to show you the amount of connection that people want nowadays. That amount of, we need some kind of connection. We need someone to speak for us, to act for us, to do something for us, even if that something is something horrific. That is the kind of stuff that we are going through in these times. But not everything is negative these days. We got a lot of positivity, especially in your comments. Your comments are always positive. I'm always grateful that I have such a lovely community in here. And now we're about to talk about Trump. We need something, just one thing, to make sure that I have everything in order. And this is a moment in, well, yesterday we had this press conference and he was answering questions, and I'm going to show you the most relevant of those, not only the questions, but the answers. And some situations, some moments that were quite funny. The first one is the golden age of America. It has begun. It's begun. It's something that we have needed for so long, and the world needs this beacon. Not only Trump, but the new media that we are the new media.
But this will be the most exciting and successful period of reform and renewal in all of American history, maybe of global history. The golden age of America, I call it. It's begun. So it's the golden age of America, and that's what it's going to be. And we hope we don't have any intervening problems, because things happen. Like out of nowhere came the China virus. Out of nowhere came other things we don't want to have. You know, when I left, we had no wars. We had no problems. The Middle East was good. We did the Abraham Accords. We did things that nobody thought were even.
Yeah, the golden age we're about to enter. This I have a very strong positive vibes of what we are leading into, and this was really interesting. I found this quite funny. I'm going to ask him right now. You know that the president of SoftBank, the CEO of SoftBank, Masayoshi Son, was going to invest. SoftBank was going to invest $100 billion in the United States, and that was going to create 100,000 jobs, which was amazing. But Trump decided to, let's negotiate in real time. Let's negotiate live right now. Let's do this. Let's ask for $200 billion, because that's how you negotiate.
I'm
Let's
excited
go for it.
to go, and we were discussing, and President Trump said, "Masa, double down is not enough. Maybe go for more, right?"
That's what I'm going to ask him right now. Would you make it $200 billion instead of he can actually, believe it or not, he can actually afford to do that. Would you do that?
You can see that it's like that when anime, and you see that you have the drop of sweat right on his temple. Oh my God, he's going there. He's asking for it right now in front of the cameras, in front of the press, in front of everyone. Yeah, that's Trump. That's the way that we should ask. That's the way that we should behave. Go for it. Shoot your shot. That's what we need to do.
Well, my promise is 100, but he's now asking to do more. I think with your leadership, my partnership with you, with your support, I will try to make it happen.
That's good.
All right.
200. He'll make it happen. 200 million investment.
He is a great negotiator.
And he does, and Trump does that. Trump does that gesture that it's just like, come here. It's a come here gesture that he grabs him by the neck. It's a they must have a lot of familiarity in the way that they act. It's the only way that I can think that you hold a guy by his neck and you bring him to you, literally. You bring him to you like that. Come here. Like that was more so comment of something. I'm going to raise the volume in here because I think it's a little low.
He is a great negotiator.
He's a brilliant guy and did an unbelievable job, and the people of Japan and all over the world are very proud of him. They have tremendous respect for him. So when he does what he just did, and I would be surprised if it didn't go to 2. And when you say you'll try.
Yeah, that is the way that you expect a world leader or the leader of your country to act. Okay, let's do things big. Let's go big. Let's be serious. And I know that many Trump detractors, if not saying Trump haters, are going to say, oh, let's see what he actually does after January 20. And I say, well, let's wait. We're still how many days away from that? It's like we are still 31 days away from that date. It's like so slow, but I'm sure that we are entering more transparent and more prosperous times. And my sincere hope is that I have body language buddies from all over the world, that this translates in this prosperity going to any country, those good vibes, those right now Christmas vibes, the New Year vibes that are coming. We need that for all the world. I wish that upon all the world, and I know that Trump will do that. Will do that with America. And this caught my attention. You know how pivotal, how important was Barron in terms of getting Trump in those podcasts, like with Adam Ross, with Joe Rogan, and Theo Vaughn. All these podcasts were so fundamental to get a hold of the Gen Z. And my son Barron recommended me to go on Joe Rogan and all these podcasters. He knew all the names. I said, who is that? I mean, maybe when he mentioned Adam Ross is huge. Maybe that's when Trump said, I don't know that guy. He said, Dad, I can't believe you don't know who this is. This section is extremely funny. Let me see if I can. I can't fix the volume.
Are you arguing to stop the ban on TikTok next month?
Who?
He's being asked about the ban on TikTok on January. You know that is coming and has to be solved in some way. So many people use TikTok in the United States, and he has an opinion about TikTok as well.
Do you plan to stop the ban on TikTok next month?
We'll take a look at TikTok. You know, I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok.
I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok. Like he used TikTok to reach a lot of people. So maybe you don't like TikTok. You know, oh, TikTok is spying on us. I have a TikTok for the body language guy. You know, that just to cyber squad but I don't have it in my phone. I really have no use for it. But at the same time, you know that if you want to reach an young audience, you absolutely have to go there. You cannot say, oh no, I'm not using this. Maybe if you need that, but if you are not on a presidential campaign, maybe you can skip that one. It depends.
Because I won youth by 34 points. And there are those that say that TikTok had something to do with that. Now, Joe Rogan did, and some of the other people that were recommended by my son Barron, he knew names. I said, who is that? Tell me, who's that? Dad, you gotta be kidding. I can't believe you don't know. And I did those interviews, and it was actually sort of cute. Do you want to know the truth? But we did them, and that had an impact. But TikTok had an impact, and so we're taking a look at it. But You know, we won youth. Republicans are always 30 points down in youth. I don't know why, but we ended up finishing. There was one poll that showed us down about 30. We were 35 or 36 points up with young people. So I have a little bit of a warm spot in my heart, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's when something helps you win, whichever nature it is, if you can do the right thing now, if you can fix the United States thanks to that, well, you have to say, well, this helped to do something in the long run. It's a bit complicated. I understand that can be a contentious topic because we know that TikTok maybe is not the best app that you can have installed in your phone, but if in the end it was part of helping save America, well, we can give TikTok that. In terms of your mass deportation plans, this is something that comes and, of course, hits close to home, my home. In terms of your mass deportation plans, have you had any preliminary discussions with Venezuela? They will take them back. They are taking them back. And if they don't, they will be met very harshly economically. Okay, that is what Trump...
in terms of your mass deportation plans, have you had any preliminary discussions with countries like Venezuela, from where the Tren de Aragua gang is now popping up?
They'll take them back.
They're going to take them back?
They're all taking them back, yep. And if they don't, they'll be met very harshly economically. Okay, they'll all take them back.
Yeah, he speaks in a way that he means business. You know that it's classic. Donald Trump, when he wants to mean business, he is not expressive. He just has that chin jut to one side. He speaks in that way. He says, okay, I'm going to do this, and they will take back. He doesn't stutter. He doesn't doubt. He's pretty sure that Maduro is going to, well, take all those gang members back. All those gang members back.
You know, Venezuela and other countries were not behaving very well with us during my administration, and within 24 hours they were behaving very well. They'll all take them back.
They will all take them back. We are Venezuela expecting something to happen on January 10. January 10 is going to be very important for us, but that's the date in which Nicolas Maduro's term expires. And in theory, Edmundo Gonzalez should be the new president of Venezuela, but we know that that is not going to happen that easily, sadly. Also, I think you're going to find out Robert Kennedy Jr. This is another topic that has been a bit difficult to discuss. I think this is one of the most important clips that we're going to see, because many people say that RFK Jr. is crazy about vaccines, that he's going to eliminate all vaccines, and that is misleading. That is not happening. This is the real thing that is going to happen.
Two quick questions. First, on vaccines, do you want RFK Jr. to revoke any vaccines?
No, I want him to come back with a report as to what he thinks. We're going to find out a lot. We're doing two things. We're going to have tremendous cost savings will come out of this. That's a minimum. And we're also going to have, and I think, very serious discussions about certain things, whether it's pesticides. Europe doesn't use pesticides, and yet they have a better mortality rate than we do. They don't use pesticides. In fact, they use it as an excuse not to take our farm product. We spend billions and billions of dollars on pesticides, and something bad's happening. Again, you take a look at autism today versus 20, 25 years ago. It's like not even believable. So we're going to have reports. No, nothing's going to happen very quickly. I think you're going to find that Bobby he's a very rational guy. I found him to be very rational.
This is important because it's not that they're going to cut off a big pharma immediately. Like, it's not like eliminating the vaccines, but making sure that every vaccine and every treatment is subject to scrutiny and the tests and everything that that is needed to make them as safe as possible. That is the real thing that RFK Jr. is focused on. I think from all these questions and answers, we can see that, well, Trump is quite confident of what is he about to do in 31 days or 31 days. And in many ways, he is, of course, much more relaxed now than before the elections. Maybe you know that maybe it could be the time because, of course, once we enter January, the clock actually begins to tick, and in that regard, it's a bit more that I think I got the dates wrong, right? It's more than 31 days, but you understand, it's still a long road until Trump takes office, but things are gonna be fixed slowly but surely. That's my bet. That is my bet on Trump. What do you think? What do you think? I wish they would do more research. We have many people in my family with autism. It has got to have some kind of it hasn't been identified any genetic component. CW. I understand that there's no genetic component that has been identified with autism, and if that's so, then why the uptake? Well, it's more than an uptake in the last 20 years. 34 or 35 days. Yeah, you're right. SSJB. 34 or 35 days. Time is flying anyways. Well, I wish that was the case. I wish that was the case. Let me drink some water before we move on into the next topic. What will be the next topic? We can do this one. The radioactive topic. Talk about the radioactive. People with autism thinking they are X-Men. No, not really. Not really. Especially because it's on a spectrum. It's not that simple at the same time. It has many dimensions to it. All right, so ready to move on to the next topic. And the next topic has to do with something that has been really concerning and mysterious, and nobody has a concrete answer yet. But this makes, the plot thicker about the drones in New Jersey, because now New Jersey Mayor Michael Meghan says radioactive material in New Jersey went missing on December 2nd. Okay, there was actual radioactive material. You know that we had a video of a gentleman yesterday talking about that how these nuclear warheads that could have these radioactive traces. Well, one of those nuclear warheads just made a trip all over the Atlantic into the United States, and nobody knows where that nuclear warhead is. It's either that or radioactive material, and could be the same, of course, because those we should have some kind of radioactive signal. So maybe that's what these drones from the government are looking for, and the government doesn't want to say, hey, you know what? There's this nuclear warhead, just sitting around New Jersey or New York, and we don't know exactly where it is, and we are using these special drones to track it down, but we don't want to tell the public because, well, the public is going to panic, of course. The mayor suggested the material may have come through Port Newark. We're aware of a threat that came in through Port Newark. Maybe that's radioactive. Maybe we are aware of a threat. What is this? What is happening? Like 2024 wants to be remembered for many things. It's going to be remembered for many things. I'm pretty sure that we're going to remember 2024 in many ways. And this seems to be one of those.
Information has not been forthcoming. And it's this lack of transparency, in my opinion, that's doing nothing but fueling conspiracy theories online.
Do you have any idea what it could be? Or which side it could be, where it's coming from?
Yeah, I can tell you what it's not. We know for a fact it's not little green men. And more than likely, it's not a foreign adversary, because they would be able to figure out how to turn off the blinking lights. These drones are huge.
And if this is a foreign adversary and you haven't shot these drones down, then everyone in the military is retarded. There would be no other explanation.
We had a mayor yesterday on the call with the White House telling them that he had 6-foot drones hovering over his house. Yet they continue to tell us We don't know what we're talking about. It's misidentification. Certainly, there's some misidentification probably going on, but I could assure you that we are seeing drones in New Jersey all over the place.
All right, so Bethany Frankel, I know she's not like, the New York Times, but she says that she has like some kind of contact at the Pentagon and that it has something to do with radioactive material in New Jersey. What are you hearing?
So here's what I know. I know that we were told by our state police that we have assets over our critical infrastructure. Now, depending on
What does it mean? I would like to know. Can you speak in normie, please? Can you speak in normie?
your point of view, that's either concerning or comforting. I think it's comforting because it's probably us listening and watching. We also know that we have drones that are flying in a grid-like pattern. In my opinion, they're looking for something. What might they be looking for? Well, potentially, we're aware of a threat that came in through Port Newark. Maybe that's radioactive material. There was and there is an...
Maybe that was radioactive material. We are aware of a threat, and this is just... And by the way, it's like we dress, it's like Beetlejuice. We dress at the same shop. Hey, that's almost, it's not the same tie, but it's pretty much alike. There's just a coincidence, perhaps, maybe a radioactive coincidence. But how do you know that you're aware of a threat that comes through the port that could be radioactive? Okay, you drop those words like that's nothing. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we know that there was a threat that came into the United States that could or could not be radioactive. We are not so sure, and maybe the drones are looking for that as well. Because what is this? What is happening? How does this happen exactly?
That's out right now that radioactive material in New Jersey has gone missing on December 2nd. It was a shipment. It arrived at its destination. The container was damaged and was empty. So potentially...
A Godzilla egg? I don't know.
Wait, stop right there, Mayor, because that's very important information. And that came from a credible source.
That came from the U.S. government.
And so it's missing?
Missing.
And they think it's in New Jersey, or it could be anywhere?
It was lost in New Jersey, in transit. And again, this is just an example of...
Okay, this is like, oh yeah, I asked for a tie, a tartan tie, a green and red tartan tie, and it was missed in the mailbox, in the mail. UPS lost track of that. DHL lost track of that. FedEx lost track. No, we're talking about a real threat, and he's talking like no big deal.
Of what I think that we're sniffing for. I think we do have the assets that can go up and fly around and sniff things, which is why we're not seeing the uptick we used to see in Belleville anymore. It's kind of moving, but we're seeing alerts that it's happening now in Pennsylvania.
And that's right about the time that the drone sightings began, right?
Yeah, drone sightings began about 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you take a look at this, if this information is indeed credible, why wouldn't the government say, it's us?
That's the crazy part about this. We've gotten very little information. Even yesterday on that call with the White House, literally mayors were told, you guys are seeing things. There's no credibility to this.
There's no credibility to things. Okay, what you're seeing, you remember 1984, the book 1984. The party will make you reject what you see with your eyes and what you hear with your ears. You see it with your eyes. You're seeing that is right in front of you. No, you are not seeing it. You're not seeing that. And that is really frustrating. And there are many people that you can actually brainwash people that way. It's baffling the amount of people that can be brainwashed into not seeing the things that are right in front of them. And if Kamala Harris got 75 million votes, you know that brainwashing is a thing, and it works.
We have one mayor, like I said, had drones over his house. I mean, we're no longer going to stand for not hearing the truth. I mean, our state government is failing us. They're not getting the answers from the federal government. And even though yesterday they told us that there's nothing to see here, today there's a top secret briefing going on in Congress. Well, what are they being told that we weren't told yesterday?
Real quick, did you know yesterday when you were on that call about this missing radioactive activity or merchandise, or did you know that this morning after the call?
I was made aware of it yesterday morning. I did raise my hand. We weren't allowed to speak. I did raise my hand, was not called on to get that question answered.
Yeah, we were not allowed to speak. We were not allowed to speak, and that's the kind of things that, oh, no. This, you cannot ask questions about this because we are dealing with. We have a communication from the government. We're gonna be reading. We're gonna be reading in a second. Just let's finish this.
So apparently it is concerning. Even the president-elect, who I'm sure gets some kind of briefings on things, he says he's not going to his home in Bedminster, right?
Yeah, I listened to him yesterday. He no doubt gets the same exact briefings that President Biden gets. He says our government knows. He says our president knows. And he also ended with saying, I'm not going to be in New Jersey this weekend.
So what do you want to know? What do you want the government to tell you and the general public?
I want them to be clear with us. I want transparency. I want them to say these are our assets. There's no need to concern about what's flying. The question should no longer be who's flying these drones or who owns them. It should be what they're looking for. Tell us they're ours. Tell us that they're protecting us, and tell us what the threat.
This is baffling. It's like they have this big stuff out there somewhere. They lost it. They need to find it, and the only way that to find it is through sniffing with drones. I don't know. Can't they? Yeah, Trump is avoiding the area. By the way, Trump is making sure he doesn't go near New Jersey, or his golf course in New Jersey. And we have this from the Department of Homeland Security. From the Department of Homeland Security, together with the FBI, FAA, and Department of Defense, joint statement on ongoing response to reported drone sightings. This is the official communication. There are more than 1 million drones lawfully registered with the FAA in the United States, and there are thousands of commercial, hobbyist, and law enforcement drones lawfully in the sky on any given day. It's like saying that, oh, you're looking at nothing. You're looking at drones. We have lots of drones. We have so many drones that what you're looking at is nothing. With the technology landscape evolving, we expect that number to increase over time. No shit. FBI has received tips of more than 5,000 reported drone sightings in the last few weeks, with approximately 100 leads generated, and the federal government supporting state and local officials in investigating these reports. Consistent with each of our unique missions and authorities, we are quickly working to prioritize and follow these leads. No, that sounds like you are not doing that precisely. We have sent advanced detection technology to the region, and we have sent trained visual observers. Like you can imagine the people with their binoculars. Oh yeah, that is a drone. Okay, I'm going to put that on my notes. I saw a drone. I'm going to report that. Having closely examined the technical data and tips from concerned citizens, we assess that the sightings to date include a combination of lawful commercial drones, hobbyist drones, and law enforcement drones, as well as manned fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, and stars mistakenly reported as drones. We have not identified anything anomalous and do not assess the activity to date to present a national security or public safety risk over the civilian airspace in New Jersey or other states in the Northeast. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. It's like in the Naked Gun scene. Just go away. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Those things flying. Those things flying in the sky. No. You're not seeing anything. That is not happening. Oh well, maybe our drones. We have millions of drones. It's normal to see drones swarming cities, skies in every city of the United States. That's perfectly normal. That said, we recognize the concern among many communities. We continue to support state and local authorities with advanced detection technology and support of law enforcement. We urge Congress to enact counter-UAS legislation when it reconvenes that would extend and expand existing counter-drone authorities to identify and mitigate any threat that may emerge. That sounds like a lot of bureaucracy. Additionally, there have been unlimited numbers of visual sightings of drones over military facilities in New Jersey and elsewhere. No big deal, including within restricted airspace. And how does that work? Why don't you take them down? The Department of Defense takes unauthorized access over its airspace seriously and coordinates closely with federal, state, and local law enforcement authorities as appropriate. And why haven't you shut those down? Local commanders are actively engaged to ensure there are appropriate detection and mitigation measures in place. All right, so you're essentially doing nothing. You're essentially doing nothing. This is baffling. We have suggestions that there is a nuclear warhead, that something crossed a port in the United States that could be radioactive. Why would the mayor of New Jersey say that? Let me be more specific about this. I said something. I want to set the record straight. New Jersey Mayor Michael Melham. This says, what? How does that happen? I don't know, but I'm sure that this is not the last time we're going to be hearing from those drones or radioactive things all the way up until Trump takes office. That is reality that we have now, and I will really love to know what you think about it. What is your take of this in the comments? They are doing nothing, but I bet my buttons say no more than they are letting on. Jesus, there was a major UFO sighting here in Oregon, not a drone. Okay, the Queen's Guard. Let me see. Oregon, UFO sighting Oregon. UFO sighting Oregon. If I can look for it. We can look at it. It was pilot speaks after seeing UFO. Maybe you can see that later. Maybe we can check that out. But we still have a couple topics onwards, and I know that you want to. I know what you want. I know what you're here. First, we need to address something. We need to address something in terms of body language that was quite, let's say, unsettling to me. Because analyze Brett's body language. All you mama, I'm about to do it in less than 10 seconds. 8, 7, countdown. Where's the countdown? Let's go. So it's time to talk about Brett Cooper and her body language, but not exactly her body language. Her body language is important for this story, and we know that she is no longer in the comment sections. I was talking about this the other day. I wish her the best. I'm already subscribed to her new YouTube channel. I don't know if she has uploaded yet, but I'm sure that she's going to be very successful. I wouldn't be surprised that she's going to take a couple of weeks to get into top form and launch her own show. That would be just amazing. I love her delivery. Maybe a bit some fast for my taste, but the way that she addresses things is great. But we know that she was let go from the Daily Wire, and the comment section, that was her show, in which she began 3 years ago, now is being hosted by Reagan. I forgot her last name. Well, this lady here. So I was curious about seeing the new host. How was her body language? And maybe you don't know Brett Cooper. I'm going to just play a very quick clip here about her body language, about her, so you can get the feeling. Maybe you have seen her a lot, but for those of you who haven't seen her, and for those of you who are just listening, or maybe you're driving, not you, Samantha, I know that you're not driving right now. Maybe you're driving and you're listening. Just listen to her voice, to the cadence of her voice, the way that she delivers her body language, and then we're going to compare with the new host so you see the same that I saw.
Like she's glowing and so much happier and so much healthier in all of her videos. And in a normal society, you would think that everyone would be supportive of this because this is objectively a good thing for the person that you're following. But actually, for months now, ever since this took place, there have been people criticizing her and accusing her of betraying the fat community because she lost this weight.
So yeah, that is her delivery. That is a very good example of Brett's delivery. And her body language is quite moderate. She uses a lot of her hands. She leans into the mic. She does these pauses. She uses her voice in a way that I wish I could do that. Of course, I'm still working on it. Maybe I don't talk as fast as her, and I don't want to, because some of you maybe already like my style, my accent, and stuff. But it's great. I like to improve my English. I would like to think that I can do that. But then I saw the new host of the comment section, and I noticed something. This is the new host. You're gonna listen to her, and after I play this clip, I'm going to address something which is kind of uncanny.
Welcome to a new chapter of the comment section, and I am your new host, Reagan Conrad. Now, some of you are probably asking, who is this chick? Where is Brett? What is going on? And those are all very valid questions. So before we get into today's episode, I want to just recap a few things with you all. Now, many of you have known me as producer Reagan. I've been working on this show for almost 3 years now. I started with Daily Wire fresh out of college with a journalism degree.
And I said, wait a second. I guess at least a flattering, a frame is okay. I said, okay, I was expecting something different, right? Like you have Brett Cooper in the comment section. She is let go. The comment section as a show continues, and you have a new host. Her name is, she says her name here on the new host, Reagan Conrad. Reagan. Then she's the new host, and I was expecting, okay, I want to feel the vibe, right? For me, so important. This is so baffling to me. It's like this. I thought of this joke. Imagine that the Jesus Enrique Rosa show that I live. I am fired. I don't know how could I be fired because I'm my own boss. But let's pretend that I'm fired of the Jesus Enrique Rosa show. Okay, and a new guy comes to host the Jesus Enrique Rosa show, and that guy is, I don't know, is Jose Alberto Rosales. Hola, I'm Jose Alberto Rosales. I'm the new host of the, and you're gonna say, oh, okay, wait a minute. That's not how this works. That in principle, would be very hard because this show has my name, so it is literally me, right? But in the sense of the comment section, it was Brett Cooper who lifted that show into what it is right now. And at least you expect the new host to have a different delivery. I'm going to play this. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make sure to cut the intro because we don't need it. I'm going to cut that intro. I'm going to play Brett's clip again. And I'm going to compare that with Reagan's delivery so you can compare again.
She's glowing and so much happier and so much healthier in all of her videos. And in a normal society, you would think that everyone would be supportive of this because this is objectively a good thing for the person that you're following. But
you notice her delivery, her body language, how she uses her hands and how she uses her voice. And now
asking, who is this chick? Where is Brett? What is going on? And those are all very valid questions. So before we get into today's episode, I want to just recap a few things with you all. Now, many of you have known me as producer Reagan. I've been working on this show for almost 3 years now.
For a second, this is the problem with AI. I thought that this was some kind of experiment and then you had some kind of AI-generated avatar of not Brett Cooper with this chick. Okay, so that was my first impression. I've seen so many things with AI that you won't believe. I was on an access space this morning, listening to what the possibilities, and the way that she talks, the way that she uses her voice, the way that she uses her body language. Some say that okay, she was the producer. She was the producer of the show from day one. Reagan Conrad has been the producer of the comment section, the show, from day one, from 3 years on. But even so, you expect a new host to, have her own style. It's as simple as this. It's like, it is very difficult. And so many of you know this. Maybe you have been a fan of a band at some point. Tell me which band besides Van Halen has actually survived a change of singer. Which bands have survived a change of singer? Very few bands have done it. Very few bands have been able. Okay, one thing's what David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar Okay, I love some songs with David Lee Roth. I love some songs with Sammy Hagar. I am not gonna talk about Gary Cherone. Gary Cherone was great with Extreme, right? It was his band. I just forgot. I deleted for reasons personal. Maybe I will talk about those reasons. I forgot about that band. But changing the face and the voice of a band is something that, well, at some point it worked with AC/DC. At some point it worked with Black Sabbath. At some point it worked with Iron Maiden. I don't think it could work with if something ever happens to Metallica's James Hetfield. I don't think they could change James' voice. Impossible. Journey, MOAR, so many bands. But that's important. That's something that we talk when we talk about music. Which bands have survived? Nightwish. If you have listened, I'm a huge fan of Nightwish, and I could say I love the Annette Olson era. It was different. Tarja is just amazing, is iconic, and Floor Jansen is out of this world. I think that there's different styles, but again, it is very difficult. In this case, let's go back to the comment section. In this case, you expect at least for the new host to not be a copycat of the original. And at this, what she's doing, trying to have the same delivery, it's something that you have to change. Have to Liner Skynyrd as well, Pink Floyd. Something, you have to be different enough. It's exactly like when Tarja Turunen left Nightwish. Nobody expected that anyone could fill Tarja's shoes. So Annette Olson had to do something. They had to do something completely different with Annette. I don't know if you are a fan of Nightwish, but it's like doing something completely different which is what makes sense when you have someone who is so iconic. In this case, Brett Cooper. That she is the show. She is the show. She is the show. There's no other way. Genesis. Okay, Genesis. We could talk a lot about Genesis. And, well, part of that drama is, thank you, the tag, Tic Tac The Ranch XX. This story has me invested, though. Bridesmaid Regan Rochbat got to know Cooper before the show launched. They know each other. Regan was her bridesmaid before the show. After moving, they were friends. After moving to Nashville within a couple months of each other, the pair bonded over a shared quest, sourcing the best raw milk dealer. Their friendship deepened after Rohrbach accepted a lead role on the comment section team, and even more so after she spent time in Budapest with the bride. Cooper remained authentic to herself before and after the YouTube launch, said Rohrbach, echoed by bridesmaid and friend of 10 years, Lexi Di Benedetto. But if they were so close friends, there's a very good question. If they were so close friends, then why didn't they at least make one show together? They should have done at least one, not one, maybe 1 week of shows together, like passing the torch. It was needed. Something that was needed. I'm going to show you this clip that I did a montage of both of them talking at the same time, so you can compare this in real time.
So much healthier in all of her videos. And in a normal society, you would think that everyone would be supportive of this because this is objectively a good thing for the person that you're following. But actually, for months now, ever since this took place, there have been people criticizing her and accusing her of betraying the fat community because
you see, of course, the editing pacing is one thing. That's something that we cannot change. The background is pretty much the same. The studio is pretty much the same. That hasn't changed much. Brett had changes on lighting and colors. I think that the studio is just awesome, by the way. But yes, it's odd. And this era in which we crave so much authenticity, we crave the human experience. With this era of AI, we crave the human touch, the human experience, the human authenticity. That's one of the reasons I now do all my videos live, because I need that feedback. I need you to know I'm here. I have no script. I just have some videos. I talk about them. I try to give my insights. We have this impromptu discussions, and well, the idea is that something that is going to be more and more scarce. How is it going to be scarce? Because of AI. Because AI is going to be, it's going to make you doubt. It's like when that clip of Justin Trudeau at the start is going to make you doubt that this girl, this lady here is real. Why? Because you begin to doubt what is real and what is not. This is an avatar. This is some kind of 3D put in place. And that's why they say that one has to be as authentic as possible. That's something that I have been trying in every single of my shows, and then trying to do it more and more, and especially have interaction with you. Interaction with you, which is so important. Like with Claudette, I wouldn't have it any other way, Jesus. Thank you, Claudette. Thank you for that. I appreciate. And this is what we have. The media, one knows that the answer lies in communities, in building communities. It's something that takes time and takes credibility and takes authenticity. When you take that away, or you just try to replace Jesus Enrique Rosas with Jose Alberto Gonzalez, and that is simply not going to work. It's simply not going to work. Maybe Jose Alberto Gonzalez can have his own show and live his own community. That's one thing. But when you try to, try to fool people into, well, this is a product, this is our brand, we're going to continue with the brand. No, I'm pretty sure Brett is going to be very successful with her own channel, because people are going to follow her wherever she goes. But I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. Let's, in the comment section, say my comment section. I also have my comment section. The one who was, thank you, the greatest of all time. Thank you, the one who was. I think it's a bit exaggerated, but I will allow it. I will allow it. Thank you. Yeah, I will talk like Batman. One thing that I've thought about that sometimes, now that we have this conversation, Jesus Nation Unite, is that that's the thing. I have tested a lot of things with AI writing scripts, like me speaking with my voice. I even have videos that I have generated of myself in this studio, like this was me, but it looks it looks artificial. And one thing that is very important is that this is the connection, the live connection. Having this live connection is important because it's the reaction. AI, maybe we can create the best Jesus script, Jesus AI 2.0. What is the reaction? Is the reaction real time to your comments? It's something that I can guarantee you that is me in the flesh, right? And not a synthetic duplicate. And as soon as people detect that any celebrity or influencer is not them but a replica, they're not going to like it. They're not going to like it. That's going to take decades to really land. It's like when you have an actor. It has happened in some movies. You have an actor that has passed away, and you have the actor or the likeness of the actor in like a synthetic way. I think it was Star Wars Rogue One, or one of the actors. What's the name of this? Grand Moff Tarkin was played by Guy Henry, and I believe that Guy Henry was not alive. Let me see. Guy Henry. Guy Henry was the voice. Who was the actor? Who was the original actor of? I want to find out. Peter Cushing. Peter Cushing. Some of you already. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure you like the typing. You like the typing. I will give you typing. This is typing. Peter Cushing. My bad. It's Peter Cushing, the original. The original. So Peter Cushing. Let's go for Peter Cushing. Peter Cushing died in August 11, 1994. Yeah, and of course it was not him in Rogue One, but a digital replica. And yeah, digital replica. See if we can have a side-by-side comparison. We should have. Is there a side-by-side comparison? Well, I don't have pictures of that, but that's something that, well, I have my doubts. Oh, he looked quite, well, that movie is oldish, like 7 years, right? It was premiere in 2016. Yeah, it's 8 years old already, that movie. So they have please replace all the AI actors with AI. Yes, that's the thing. But maybe in Rogue One he was just a secondary character who was not all the time. But can you imagine, for example, let me see an example. Imagine that you bring Sean Connery for a movie. Would you be okay to bring Sean Connery to star in a movie? Well, the problem is that you have two options in that case. You have two options if you want Sean Connery back. The first one is to train an AI on all his movies throughout the years, so the AI itself acts like Sean Connery. The other option, I don't know which one is worse, is to have a real actor and superimpose an AI like mascara or mask of Sean Connery over him. I think that both of them would be awful. Both of them would be awful. I'm sure. Although there are things that we could get away with. For example, imagine that we see the Lord of the Rings. And Gandalf is played by Sean Connery. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. That's something that I would be willing to I would be open for that. I would be open for that. Sean Connery was hot. Let's move on. Let's go for the topic that you all want. The topic that you all want. Now we're talking about fake. We're talking about fake stuff. We're talking about fake stuff. We're talking about things that are fake. We're talking about things that are real. Things that are real that look fake. Things that are fake that looks real. And in this era, we know that human touch is so important, and you know that people think that part of that human touch is showing you all that all their lives, and we know that some people want privacy for all the wrong reasons. And again, everybody is entitled to their privacy. Everybody, including but not limited to the Harkles, who issued their Christmas card, and their Christmas card. This Christmas cards have become a staple of mystery. In that regard, I don't blame them. That pulls people in. Oh, the mystery. Let's look at the picture. But in this case, the picture that they included many of them, but only one with the kids. And it was this one. And of course, that's why the meme, the photo, the camera, it looks like it was taken with one of these mobile phones, one Nokia, I think this was a 66 something, one of the first phones to have an actual camera, a working camera. And that's why the quality of the photo is so bad. So bad. This is the only reason how can they get away with it, because this is part of a collage of 6 pictures that are inside a Canva template of their Christmas card that looks really cheap. So, then let's show our family in here. For reasons that it's my let's say that my channels, I don't address children on my channels. You can barely see that they are children in this picture. Of course, we assume, nobody has said that. Nobody has stated that. We assume that the children in this picture are Archie and Lily. Okay? I'm just going to say that, I never knew that Archie was that redhead. I'm not complaining. That is nice. Okay? Redheads are a minority that are in danger. We need to protect redheads. Samantha, looking at you, we need to protect redheads. And there are a couple of things strange here, especially, it's like I'm telling you, the quality of the video doesn't allow the quality of the photo doesn't allow us to understand what is going on with Lily's shoes. It's like this shoe is a block. It's like a black block, okay, in which it should have some kind of, at least some kind of slope. Her foot. That's the first thing that I noticed was so odd. And this is no different. This looks like out of those 80s video games. 80s video games. Not talking about Archie, talking about the photo itself. But you have it in television with those tiny characters that ran so smoothly, had those long legs. It looks like that. I'm not talking about Archie, in fact. And the dogs, I see that this dog is saying, please, I need help now. He's trying to convey to the camera, I need help. The dog is asking for help. No, I don't think this is AI. I have seen reports that they were at a car park because there must have been a car here. I don't see, in my experience of decades with photo manipulation, I have experience of decades manipulating pictures. When I analyze pictures, I don't show manipulated pictures. I manipulate pictures for memes and videos as well. You know it. Everybody knows that. And that is no secret. But when it comes to analyze a picture, I make sure to either use the original, or maybe if we need to see something that is in the shadows, I just ramp up the brightness and that's it. I never make any changes. But in my experience editing pictures, decades editing pictures, I don't see any repeating patterns in here. So I don't think that that anything was deleted. I see this spiky pattern, this splotch of green, and this is a bit darker. So there's not, you always look for patterns in the foliage, like someone went with a clone stamp tool and began cloning, deleting something. I don't see anything deleted. If you ask me, could this be Harry has hair? I don't think Harry has hair. I think Harry is balding. I think Harry has hair. Well, this is debatable. This is debatable. Harry has no bear. No, the problem is the quality. The quality. This is the best quality that I could find. This is the best quality that I could find. We still have Meghan's smile. We still have a Meghan's smile. And there were also these claims that there was some kind of lamp post here. It was deleted. That was the thing that was casting this shadow on Archie. And I disagree, because if it was here, by the angle of the shadows, it would cast a shadow here, like in front of Archie, not on Archie. So whatever is casting a shadow on Archie is off the screen. So no, you're not gonna beat me at this game. I know. I'm a better photo editor than Miss and Harriman. I can tell you that. I can edit photos. If you ask me, you need to edit that. You have to create, manufacture a made-up picture. Another thing that I've seen is this doesn't make sense. You have these slabs of in the floor in one direction, and when you see here, they are in another direction. That is normal. Maybe you are at a park and the slabs or stones follow the pathway of the park. That is perfectly possible. Nothing to see out here. Now, the kind of questions that we ask, and the kind of questions that I would ask in this case. The photo, again, I want to make it clear, I am not talking about the family or the kids. I'm talking about the picture, as in the picture itself. The photo is ugly, plain ugly. Okay, it's not bad composition. It's the worst composition that I've ever seen. It tries to follow the rule of thirds, in which you divide the format in thirds. No, they are not even in third. They are not in the golden rule. I would have framed it separately. There's way too much floor in that picture. Why so much floor on that? There's so many ways. This poor doggy is cut in half. He was cut in half. He's like, save me, please. It's like sending a message in a bottle. It's like this. It's like this. This other doggy. Which one is this? Is this Bogart? Which one is Bogart? I don't know. I don't care. The photo is ugly as F. That is not a normal Christmas family photo. You could say maybe let's do something here. I'm sorry for, I know that so many of you love dogs. So many of you love dogs, but I'm going to crop this photo in a way that works better in all cases at composition. Oh, you're removing the dogs. You're removing the dogs. Well, I'm removing them, not eating them. That's for sure. Eating the dogs, eating the cats. Crop bottom. Let me reduce the kind of, and crop a bit from the top. This would be a better composition. Okay, now we're talking about better composition. Okay, in which the weight of the format is more focused on the family. Now the family looks like a pyramid. I'm doing Meghan and Harry's work here. They should have people. They should have people at Archwell to do this kind of things. No, with the body language guy, the royal row has to go there and fix it. And maybe, just maybe, you would have said, you know what? We are not going to include the other pictures. We're not going to include the other pictures. We're going to include only this one. I'm going to look for the whole Christmas card. Harry and Meghan Christmas card, and we're gonna see it right now. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess. Where am I speaking like Mario? I don't know. At least I know this is Abby. If that's gonna work, let's do something. Open image in new tab. Open image in new tab. And oh yeah, this open the image in new tab, and we have this. We can take a look at the whole card. So we are fair. We have a fair assessment of this. This is the whole card. On behalf of the Office of War, blah blah blah, and we have this, which is square, which is even uglier. Okay, this is even uglier. That composition. Okay, because in this case, the poor doggy is not even inside, or at least outside in half. No, it's very bad. Oh, Meghan the hugger. Meghan the hugger. And here, oh, so much love. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? Polo was destroyed. Destroyed in those, oh, let's laugh, in completely genuine attitude. And this, oh, Harry the Savior, let's stage those stage photos. They should send a check to Jesus for doing their, I'm doing their job. And doing their work. Why? I don't know. But this would be a much better composition. They should have issued this. The same info that they had in this happy holiday season. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Why can't you say Merry Christmas? It's very easy. On behalf of the Office of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Archewell Productions, and Archewell Foundation, and Doria, and, well, I don't know, and everyone else. And Beth, where is Beth? Where is Beth? We need Beth. We need Beth back. This could have been the Christmas card. And that's it. With better quality. And not complaining. Okay? At least the kids look healthy and happy. That's great. When they get to see their parents that are constantly traveling or not staying home. I think that is that's at least what I can tell you about this. Peg B, what is that? Cats are a red flag. How dare you? How dare you? Please don't say that. Cats. I watch cat videos to decompress after a long day. Cat videos. Cat videos are nurturing for the soul. See your comments. I'm seeing your comments. I appreciate your comments, but some of your comments are too mean. Why are you so mean with Meghan? She only wants to spread joy. Oh, no, wait, that was Kamala. No, but Meghan wants to spread joy as well. Please do not take that out of context. Meghan wants to spread, and just cut that there, because I know what you're gonna do. Meghan wants to spread, and you're gonna be putting me all over the internet saying that. And no, that is taking me out of context. Don't do that. Just say it in the comments. You know that your comments are gonna be in the final video. But that's is that for today? Is that what we have today? And those are the most relevant topics of today. It was really fun. It was a fun show. Today I'm gonna be a bit, let's say, a complicated. Oh no! There's one more topic. I just forgot. Everybody is talking about this speech about Pierre Poilievre. Everybody's talking about this speech, and I think it's important to include that in the show. I like the speeches. They say that this is going to be remembered as this speech. So I want to just listen to it, to check it out. And since you are here, well, you're going to check it out with me. That is a nice... we can do that, right? Just check it out. You're here. I'm going to check it out anyway, so you might as well be here. Maybe we can continue the show afterwards with a couple trailers. You want to watch trailers with me? This channel deserves more subscribers. Those subscribers are coming. Jesus, haven't you heard about a film, Cuff Cuff, going to be relatively... I don't know. I love animals. What are you talking about? I think your comment was cut. Oh, released? Going to be released? No. the articles, a naughty film. No, I don't know anything about that. I don't want to know anything about that. Don't want to know anything about that. One thing that I can tell you, if there's so many of you have wanted me to analyze that video of Meghan and Harry presenting Archie. Do you remember that video? That video of Meghan and Harry presenting Archie as a baby, as a newborn? I've never analyzed that video. Well, in the interview with the secret personality that is going to be released on January, in this interview with the secret personality, I exclusively, for this secret personality, I was trapped. It was very fun because we arranged this. I was going to be shown videos, and I didn't know which videos were those. And we were going to record that interview. There was all these videos to analyze from a body language perspective. And this was the last video. It was like a trap. Okay, well, I'm going to analyze that. So if you want to hear my analysis on that Harry and Meghan presenting Archie, you're going to wait until January. Oh my God, January is so far away. Samantha, super chat. Thank you all for being the best, most fun live stream, and of course Jesus for being Jesus and not Jose Alberto Gonzalez. Nobody better. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you. So let's watch this. You know that, let's going to rewind this. A couple of things that, let me see, where am I? Sometimes forget how this works. You know that Trump was trolling again Trudeau with this. The great state of Canada is stunned as the finance minister resigns or was fired from her position by Governor Justin Trudeau. Her behavior was totally toxic and not at all conducive to making deals with Arch good. For the very unhappy citizens of Canada, she will not be missed. And then, after that, we had this speech that some say on December 16, 2024, just after Justin Trudeau made a mockery of Parliament by contemptuously dropping off his disastrous economic statement before screwing off like the monorail guy. You remember that episode from The Simpsons? Pierre Poilievre delivered what will become known in Canada's polyhistory as simply the speech. I have not heard this speech. You're going to see my raw reaction to this speech. So let's watch it. And this is it. The speech. Pierre is married to a Venezuelan, by the way, a very strong woman. I should analyze her as well. Some point, analyze that.
When I travel across this country, I consistently meet two types of people. One, those who are a little better off and tell me that, and I'll be very blunt about this, that if I don't win, they will leave the country. And they are very numerous. Yes. But you know, I don't worry about them as much. You know who I worry about? The ones who can't leave. The ones who don't know, and if I can just use very blunt language, who tell me I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I have no idea how I'm going to pay my way. That's right. I met a waitress at a restaurant not long ago, and she came up to me and she grabbed me by the hand and she said, "You have to win." And I said, "Oh, thank you, I appreciate your support." She said, No, it wasn't a compliment. You have to win.
Yeah, this is the kind of things like we saw with Donald Trump. We knew that Donald Trump had to win. And you know that the people on the left saw us as you are the ranch, you're fanatics, you're MAGA, you're Trumpist. Call us whatever you want, but we literally know what is best for the country and the world. And I can understand, I can relate to this because being from a socialism-ravaged country, I understand this feeling. And so many Canadians that I love with all my heart. I send my heart to Canada. They want this change. They want this change no matter what. And yes, that is the plea. And many people that can just leave Canada. That is nice. That is okay. You have the right. If you have the means, then you should be able to leave your country if you decide that. But what if you can't? What if this is your only hope?
And then she told me her story. She told me that she was working 1 full-time job and 2 part-time jobs just to pay her bills as a single woman in her late 50s. And she was tired of working all the time. So she cut everything out of her budget, every creature comfort, everything she enjoyed about her life, she cut it out so that she could drop one of those part-time jobs. And then one morning, she woke up and she walked outside and her car was gone. And she called her insurance and they said they weren't going to cover the replacement value. So she had to take that job back because she simply cannot live her life without a car.
Yeah, that happened to a friend of mine in Venezuela. It's like exactly the same story. Struggling, and you're struggling with 2 jobs, and these things happen to you in these countries, and the government will do nothing about you. The government is not only not going to save you, the government thrives on this chaos, thrives on this pain of people. And people get depressed. People think that there's nothing that we can do about that. What can we do besides voting? And still in your countries, you have the opportunity to vote. I already made it very clear that in Venezuela, vote is something that, let's say what happens on January 10th, but I'm not holding my breath. I am not holding my breath. You still have the opportunity, but I can understand that in so many countries you have been let down so many times by so many politicians that you don't know if you're actually going to vote next time. But it's important that you make sure to exert your right to vote.
Now you can bet your bottom dollar the guy who stole the car, he was probably out on bail. This was not his first job.
That's right.
Her taxes have gone up. Her heating bill has gone up. Her wages have not gone up. She's scared to go out in the streets in places where they didn't even lock the door not long ago. These are the people we're fighting for. These silly games over here, they're very entertaining. The soap opera that everyone's seized with today, that's all fine. But there are real people whose lives are on the line here, and we have a duty to work for them. And quite frankly, this woman doesn't see me as or any of us as any kind of savior. They see us all as a last hope. In fact, she doesn't want to be saved. She just wants her life back.
She just wants her life back. I don't. It's the way that it's not like I want you to solve my problems. I could solve them myself if only you got our country back. Because all of us have the power to change our circumstances. But it would be nice if these evil politicians like Justin Castro didn't, be so hell-bent into destroying countries and openly hating their citizens with all their guts, and making sure that the countries are invaded with unfettered immigration. I'm going to say it again. That is part of the plan. That is by design. Keir Starmer from the UK said it himself. I don't know what was he on, but he revealed the whole scheme. Oh, this is not working. No, it's working. It was by design. It was planned like 20 years ago. Because what? Because that gives you power. Because that's how you can exert power over the people. But it's evil. It's evil because you make your citizens' lives miserable. A hell on earth.
Exactly.
She was taking care of herself just fine before her tax, her heat, her grocery bill went through the roof and her car went missing. She was doing just fine. She was doing everything right. Met another guy at the Labrat Brewery a few days ago, and you can watch the video of me talking with him. He walked up to me and he said, I have 3 jobs and I can't make it. We're renting. We have no hope. We've given up on ever owning a home. We're renting. We can barely make it. And he said to me, I feel ashamed when I talk to my kids because they ask me why I'm never around and why we can never have a house.
That is something that is really disheartening, and it's you have to work so much, and your family can even see you, and you cannot have even time to spend with your family, with your kids. That is the worst. That's how you destroy societies from within. That this is just plain evil.
And I feel like a failure. But he didn't fail. He has been failed.
That's right.
He has been robbed of the promise of Canada. It was a very simple promise, that if you worked hard, you got a good life. Now, it wasn't fancy or extravagant, but you got a house with a yard where you could have kids playing safely, and you could have a nice dog that you could afford to feed along with the kids, and your kids could play safely in the streets. That was the promise. Now, politicians break promises all the time. But you know what was bad about this promise? This promise didn't belong to this Prime Minister. It wasn't his promise to break. It belonged to all of us. And our purpose is to bring home that promise for that young man, that young father, and that older female worker so that they can once again take back control of their lives, live in a safe country where their hard work earns them a good wage, where the rent and their food is affordable.
This is important. This is not just a populist way that I'm going to solve your problems, I'm going to help you, I'm going to give you a hand. No, we know that you can do this yourself, and we are going to take that circumstance back. Those circumstances in which you could do things for yourself and you feel empowered, because that's what you want for your citizens, that to be able to do things for themselves, not to depend on the state. You don't want people to depend on the state. That is evil as well, because that's how you control them. You control them with food. You control with health, with taxes.
And where, when they go to bed at night, they know that they will be safe throughout their sleep and that they will have their car in their driveway in the morning. A country where people are proud again to fly the flag, where they know the government is a servant and not a master, where they understand that every day the Commons, this place, works for the common people, not for the ego of one man desperate to cling on to his job. We must remember that we are servants in this place. We have a job to do on behalf of the people who sent us here. Our personal dramas are not important. The dramas that should seize all of our concern and imagination are the daily dramas of the working women and men that build this country. We are in it for them. We're going to give them back control of their lives in the freest country on earth, Canada. Let's bring it home.
It was an amazing speech. An amazing speech. This is what we need. This is what we need to empower people. Because I have experienced myself, even after leaving my country, what is to feel powerless. And it's feeling powerless as the head of a family is something, one of the things that it's like you say, what can I do? What is the way out? Something I certainly don't want anybody to go through the gun to the head moment that I had to go through, because it's not necessary. We're talking about countries that are wealthy, are rich, that have all the resources, and these resources have been squandered for what? Have been spent in things that are obscene, the way that these governments spend on foreign wars, on programs that go nowhere, on promises that are broken. And that shouldn't be happening. We should have some kind of enforcing some accountability over this. And that's the only thing that we are asking for every country, for the United States, for Canada, for the UK, for the rest of the world, especially the Western world. We have this huge crisis right now, but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be we are at the gates of a new era of humanity. I would still love to know what you think about this in the comments. So today we have gone a little farther in our show. I think, let me see what else we have here on. Just in case, make sure that to my bookmarks. I think that Karate Kid trailer, says John Curtil. It's the audience wants the body language guy to take a look at the Karate Kid trailer. Karate Kid Legends. Let me see if I can find it in. Let's take a look at the new Karate Kid. Here's the trailer. 4 hours ago. I'm gonna make me commentary about that. You want me to stay? Well, we stay. You want me to stay? I'm going to make a poll. You want me to stay, or should I stay, or should I go? What do I do? Winds of change are blowing strong. Yeah, Eva, you're right. Okay. Karate Kid trailer. Where is it? Just bring it here. I don't think I can play it just like that, but I'm going to generate my subtitles. Subtitles are always nice and sweet because it helps us. There are a couple of things that I like about this trailer. I'm going to tell you. More than a couple of things. Okay, I got the message. Stay. I'm going to stay. And let's take a look at the Karate Kid Legends trailer. Something that this is the crossover. We are entering the Karate Kid multiverse, but I'm going to be watching this part by part because I'm pretty sure. I don't know who is the publisher of this movie, but if I play too much, I'm going to get a copyright. Hey, a copyright! You cannot play it like this. Maybe we can see it a few seconds, and I can tell you my impressions. First on is the mini teaser before every single other. Let's see, every trailer. You know that is nowadays attention span is so short that you need a teaser before the trailer. Like, this is a trailer. Don't go away. Don't stop in your tracks. Just stop scrolling. And let me lower my volume. Yeah, that is Jackie Chan, Kevin. That's Jackie Chan. He's gonna be Sony. Oh, Sony's absolutely gonna trigger me copyright into obscurity. We have this nice combination of both. It's like the city with the traditional. Like we're that combination of city and tradition.
our traditions.
And you see that our traditions is the first thing that, like in the middle of a city, we have traditions.
Are rooted in history. Kung Fu. Karate. The tree.
It's just to make it clear, what I saw there that looked more like Wing Chun than karate. It's like it's not fitting, but I understand why they did it that way. It's gonna be revealed in just 2 short seconds.
Grows strong.
Wing Chun. And this of course was iconic. You remember the Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. We grew up with that. So something that I always complain about the Karate Kid is that the Karate Kid gave us the wrong impression that you can train for 5 weeks and then you can beat guys who have been training for years. That gives you the wrong impression of how getting ahead in your life works. But let's give it a pass. Let's give it a pass.
You knew Mr. Miyagi?
I did not come looking for Sensei Miyagi. I came looking for you.
We have Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio. Ralph Macchio has the Keanu Reeves genes. The guy doesn't get old. The guy he doesn't age. He's like, I don't know, a Highlander or something. I don't know how he does it. He's like 200 years old. So May 30. This looks like Gotham City.
In life, you have only one question. Is it worth fighting for it? Or not?
This is more like a teaser than a trailer. It doesn't say much. We don't need it to say much. I like that the protagonist is Asian. I like it a lot. We really needed that. We needed an Asian protagonist. I'm 100% behind this.
Lee means to me what you meant to Sensei Miyagi.
Although you need a lot of suspension of disbelief in the sense that Jackie Chan should be looking for Ralph Macchio to train this kid. Jackie Chan looking for, and by the way, Jackie Chan is the protagonist, so to speak, of the sequence, the best sequence in martial arts and cinema, in my opinion, in history. Maybe I will mention at the end of this video.
I'm doing this for all of us. Whatever it takes.
One of the things that I spotted in this is that we don't have many. We have some fights here that look on the streets, more like a street fight. This doesn't look like an actual tournament. This looks more like Street Fighter or something, but looks cool. Not gonna lie, looks really cool. And this, well, you need a bit of that John Woo stuff. I love John Woo, by the way. I love that guy's movie.
2 branches, 1 tree.
We need that. We need this crossover. This is the crossover we didn't know we needed. Introducing Ben Wong. I'm going to like this. I'm going to like this. I remember. It's like I don't know if you remember Tony Jaa's movies. What was the most famous Tony Jaa? What happened to Tony Jaa, by the way? Tony Jaa, Thai martial artist. Ong Bak. I remember he was his first hit, right? Ong Bak was amazing physicality. Of course, this kid is much younger than Tony Jaa back in Ong Bak. What is Tony Jaa up to right now nowadays? By the way, it's important. What is the last time? He's still working. Oh, interesting. Oh, he worked in The Expendables 4. Didn't know that as well. But this is nice. This is an Asian protagonist. He's gonna be trained by Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, both kung fu, and because Jackie Chan is more kung fu than karate. It's not. Yeah, the music sounds great. Karate Kid Legends. It looks very cool. Looks very cool. Looks more like a Bruce Lee movie. Yeah, because you know those movies. I'm going to look for. I'm just going to mention is like the best sequence of martial arts that I've seen. You can look for it. Is one of my favorite movies of Jackie Chan is The Drunken Master, the first one, and the sequel, Drunken Master 2. The end scene, the final fight of Drunken Master 2 is hands down my favorite. If you can look for that one, so you can. I'm not gonna play it. This one, going to mute it. This is the Legend of the Drunken Master. Going to put it in here. Just as a compliment. I usually don't talk about this stuff. Let me see. Okay, this one. I'm not gonna play I'm sure they're gonna get also a copyright. If I play it, so put it in here. This one, Legend. The second one, I'm going to go for the second one. If you like this kind of stuff, let me leave you with Jackie here. Where's Jackie? I remember this. This was when he was. I have to play this. This was just great sequence. Just make sure that you watch it. And the second one, just in case, is like a Flashpoint. Okay, I mess up here. I'm going to leave you with Jackie here. Okay, that's Jackie. Operation Flashpoint. I think it's Flashpoint. Just Flashpoint. It's this one. Flashpoint. Donnie Yen versus Colin Chow. Sorry. Apologize for that one. I think this is perhaps. Let me mute that. I'm gonna play it muted. Donnie Yen Reloaded. I think he was in the Matrix Reloaded, and Donnie Yen, another god. Well, I could be talking about movies for hours. You know it. I could be talking about. Jesus, can you answer my email which I sent some time ago regarding editing? Marianne, my email starts with Bird. Thank you, Marianne. I'm going to check your email. I am not looking right now for an editor anymore. Just in case. I'm no longer. But I'm going to look for your email. I'm going to file it under with your editing skills in case that I need you. But know that, Marianne. Thank you for pointing that out. So, what do we have left for today? Let me see my X Pro. If anyone is yelling in my DMs, nobody's yelling my DMs. Make sure that you look at this. No, nobody's yelling my DMs. So it means that We have reached the end of today's show, but it was great, right? We talk a bit of everything. Talk about a bit of everything. That is the idea. Have a bit of fun, finding out of what is going on with the world. Some things that are more evil than others. Some things that are more amusing than others, and some that are more mysterious than others. But all in all, the idea is to have some fun and have this time together. My body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and until we meet on another video, another live tomorrow in episode 47, remember the most important words: much love and bliss. Take care. Be safe. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.